What's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. This one is of Superpets, DC Superpets, I should say, released back just a few weeks ago. Um, and you pretty self-explanatory what this movie is. Just pets with superpowers, DC superpowers. And they go and fight crime, and they fight a hamster that works for Lex Luthor, or at least she thinks that she's working for Lex Luthor. And then, there's a whole chaos about that. When it was an animated movie, and that made me think it was going to be like a Secret Life of Pets knockoff, which actually wasn't. It was not very much like Secret Life of Pets at all, which I thought was really good. And the movie itself, I thought was excellent, and I genuinely did not expect that. And I expected to laugh, and I did, but I laughed because the jokes actually landed and they were good, and the story was good, the characters were good. It was crazy. The designs were really good. We'll get onto that in a minute. But I thought all the superheroes, all the DC superheroes, because there's Flash, like Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Cyclops, not Cyclops, I think it was Cyborg, and Aquaman are all in this, I believe. And I thought all of them were going to have pets, and they were all going to rally together, and they were going to, like their owners would all have pets, and then they would have to go save their owners. That's not what it was. The only pet that actually starts out as like owned by a DC superhero is the dog, or Superman, and it's Crypto, which I thought was a funny name. Cryptocurrency. How it's pretty much just collapsed on itself recently. I think it's funny as named Crypto. And then the rest of them are shelter animals, or they're like from the school or whatever. And then they end up at the end of the movie getting adopted by the DC superheroes, but not at the beginning like I thought it was going to be. And at least for the dog, they gave a nice backstory on how the dog and Superman both got their powers and why they're doing that. So I think that's good. That was a really good backstory portion of it. And then the nice character arc there for their bond and everything, for why they feel like to stick together and that kind of thing. And then the rest of the animals, we get a backstory for the other dog that's in this. I forget his name. It's played by Kevin Hart. And he ends up getting adopted by Batman. I don't remember, his story. It's like, try to save a kid, but they thought they'd only bit the kid, so they put him back in the shelter, and it's where he lived, and jail slammer, that kind of thing. That was a nice little backstory as well. A sad one at that, but it was a good one at least. That they incorporated there, and then all the other animals didn't really have backstories. But I think they're all really good characters, sidekick characters, I should say, for the movie. And that kind of thing. And then, of course, the Justice League characters were designed very well. Green Lantern's a girl, or a woman, but that doesn't really... Green Lantern play a huge role in that one. Huge role in this movie. Flash was good. Aquaman, not the best Aquaman I've ever seen, but it wasn't bad. Again, he doesn't play that big of a role. Wonder Woman, great looking character. I won't go too much into her, but she's a good looking character. Superman was, good. Superman. Batman was designed a little bit weird, but I think it worked out at the end, because the character for Batman was really, really good. Voiced by Keanu Reeves. We didn't figure that out until the credits scene. That was crazy. Keanu Reeves has now been Batman. When did you ever think that was going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? But also... I forget who else is. There's a few other characters. Superman's voice actor we were very shocked by as well. But crazy. It makes it so much better. All these characters that are voicing these guys, it's crazy. And then the storyline was very good, though. I didn't think the DC characters would really be in it at all, like the DC superheroes. I thought they'd be kind of mentioned, or maybe they'll feel sneak peeks at them. I didn't think they would actually have the higher as a role as they did, and I'm glad they did, because it connects the story together a little bit better, and at least the emotional connection between the pets and the superheroes. I think that was really good. So that was a good way to do that. And this movie's meant for kids, so of course there's going to be a bunch of comedy jokes, and there was a real they weren't thrown in as often as you would expect from a movie this recent made for kids, but the jokes they did throw in landed perfectly. Let's talk about a few of them. So one of the pets is Old Turtle, and she has super speed, and so she 3 times they bleeped her out swearing in a kids movie. Why was that the discretion? Was that allowed, or did she just do that because she was old, the character? And they thought she thought it'd be funny, and then they had to bleep it out in the actual movie, and that would have been funny if that was the case. But alas, it was hilarious. A little off-putting. Not off-putting. It was caught us off guard, but it was still funny. There's another one when Lex Luthor gets arrested, because Lex Luthor is in this movie as well, and it's definitely a better Lex Luthor than the Lex Luthor I've been seeing in the last few movies I've done DC related, which you'll see coming out later. But when he gets arrested, the headline is "Rich Guy Actually Gets Arrested," which that was probably the best joke in this movie, simply because how relatable it is, especially right now with all the stuff with Trump and all that kind of stuff. How all these other people, all rich people that don't go to jail. It's fucking funny. And there was a few others near the end of the movie, like a brand deal, because Crypto has a toy, Batman toy, the squeaky toy. It's like brand deals with Batman at the end of the movie. That was fucking hilarious. And then of course Crypto's voiced by The Rock, so we all know the Rock meme. I can't do it. Lemif can do it, but I cannot. But he did it. I wasn't even paying attention at that point either, and he did it. He did the eyebrow thing, which is hilarious. And then that was a really funny part as well. That got us all going, but I missed it. I cannot believe I wasn't paying attention for that. It's crazy, but no, there's a lot of other awesome jokes. I love the Mets. Let's go Mets, baby. Love the Mets. That was in there as well. Forklift certified. I noticed that one. And then a lot of other fun little things that just stuck. And then the ending was pretty good too, because it caught me off loop with the fact that they mentioned earlier in the movie you can do like this super punch where you take all the energy from the sun to punch, and then it would kill both the hitter and the one who receives the hit. So, the only way to kill this durable girl who's like mutant now, he has to do the super punch, and he thinks he's gonna die, and then he doesn't die. I think they kind of expected that, but I guess that's not actually the part that really threw me off. I had a brain fart there. What threw me off was she reabsorbs the rock material into her brain to become mutant. What? So basically, you got the kryptonite, and you got the other crystal that like Lex Luthor was making to try and give himself superpowers. It doesn't give him superpowers; it gives the pet hamster superpowers, or the gerbil or whatever the fuck that he was experimenting on. So she can use that to get all the super strength and powers and stuff, and then they can use the kryptonite to nerf Superman and Crypto Dog and whatever. And then when Crypto Dog breaks, actually gets ahead of her and knocks the necklace with holding the rock on her off, and then it breaks. Well, she reabsorbs that into her. I thought that was over. I thought she was gonna get like pinned down, and she was gonna get like arrested or put in like a thing or whatever. No, she reabsorbs the rock into her brain and mutates into like this massive super hybrid thing, and causes even more havoc, forcing the super punch, and then you think, oh, he's gonna die, whatever, and then the other dog comes in and saves him, and they're both okay, and there you go, happy little ending. That was predicted, but not the mutation part for me. And then they put her in a hot dog thing, and Lex Luthor's girl saves him because Lex Luthor's still trapped in jail, and there were some funny interactions with the characters while they were all in the DC heroes while they were all in jail. which is pretty funny. But overall, this was a really funny movie, really good movie as well. I think there was jokes for all ages in there, because the kids wouldn't understand like rich guy actually goes to jail, but they will understand like the turtle wanting to date a construction helmet because she thinks it's another turtle, or that kind of stuff. But so there's jokes for everybody in there. I think anybody who goes watch this will enjoy it, especially if you're a DC fan. And I would have to give this one a good, probably 9.5 out of 10. For me, that was probably the best movie I've seen this year and in theaters and in a while in theaters. It was really really good. So again, recommend going and watching it on theaters or waiting until it gets on streaming service or on DVD. So that's gonna do it for this movie review. Stay tuned for much more amazing content coming to you here on the channel. Till next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.